Welcome back here. We're just getting going here with the first match. It's Scotland against Northern Ireland. The pup bringing the referee onto the stage. N.I.D.O, the apprentice, Heaney, an old friend of mine. And the first match will be Max Coulter against Louise Hepburn.
First of all, the young lady representing Northern Ireland. Please welcome Margaret Coulter. And please welcome to the stage representing Scotland, Louise Hepburn.
Ladies matches best of 5. Louise, vastly experienced Scottish international, coming onto the stage now. And we get proceedings underway just about now. Ladies having their few practice starts. We've been joined in the commentary box here for the first match by the legendary Lakeside referee from Scotland, Anthony Dundas, the pup. How are you, pup?
First leg, Scotland to throw first, game on.
Experienced Louise Hepburn up first. What's your thoughts on this one?
70.
Scott. So Scott should be expecting to get off to a good start here with the darts. Yeah.
39.
Mag's the least experienced of the players here. Yep.
$43.
Yeah. Just easing themselves into it.
$40.
Defending champions, the Scottish team.
Yep, they are. Both ladies and men.
Yep.
41.
Home venue in the office.
And who do you think's the favourites this weekend then, pup?
Very difficult to say, to be honest. We've got
125.
3 good teams here, ladies and men, so I'm looking forward to a very entertaining weekend's darts.
41.
A little bit slow starting, but we'll get there.
$30.
Bit early nerves, I think, on show here, pup.
Yeah, I think you could be right, mate.
24.
That just falling the wrong side of the wire.
Mags is a big chance here to steal.
36.
The reason he's a big score here.
It's not easy being up first.
28.
So Mag's 20 points in front plus these.
Yeah.
40.
Chance, big score from Louise. She's right back in it. Oh.
62.
She's just not firing yet.
Can't finish there. 155 was an outshot.
63.
Good last one, good last start.
153.
There's the 3 of it.
43. Northern Ireland requires 92.
This would be big for the Northern Ireland ladies if they could get a break early.
I can guarantee she didn't mean to go for that.
40. Scotland requires 110.
Oh well, shots on single 18. Not single 10 tops.
Oh,
90.
big
Northern
chance.
Ireland requires 52.
Big chance for Mags here.
Single 3.
Oh, still gives her a shot.
Yep, double 12.
Oh.
28.
Louis to tidy up the leg.
That's a big marker. Told you.
Yeah, every time.
The first leg for Scotland.
First start reminded me of you, Pup.
No, no need for that.
Second leg is Scotland.
Have played pairs with you before.
Let's keep it friendly now.
Yeah. I noticed he ditched me for Mark McGuinney.
Can you blame me?
30.
Louise will take a bit of confidence from nicking that first leg.
60.
Unlucky there from Mags.
Back up to the top of the board shortly. Just a couple of technical hitches that people need to work through. Can't see the board.
58.
Unlucky again from Mags. A little bit nervous, I think.
Yeah, back to the top of the board.
41.
Big score here from Mags, gets her right back into the leg.
I was just thinking the same myself, but she's struggling a bit. She's a much better player than this, I have to say.
37.
Both girls struggling a bit here, Pup, it has to be said.
41.
Yeah, as you say, the first match of the tournament, first set of the tournament, you know, maybe just taking a little bit of time to settle into this.
You know yourself, even in the pub, you don't like me to do first match.
41.
Always a challenge. We run out number 1.
Have to say, I thought Lou's experience
84.
would have told her, you know.
Finds the big treble downstairs.
There's Mags in now. Yes,
100.
gets her right back into the leg.
$60.
She found her range now, Pup.
100.
Super darts.
Scotland require 157.
157 here for Lou. Can't finish now, but 2 treble 20s leaves it nice if she comes back.
Stay there, Lou. Yep.
81.
Yep. Still
Northern
good.
Ireland requires 124.
Treble 20.
Yes.
14. Oh no, you're for the 16 route.
84.
Sets it up.
Scotland requires 76.
Treble 20. 16.
Yep.
Yep, double top.
Ooh.
56.
There's Lou.
Northern Ireland requires 40.
It's the same in the last leg. She struggled on the tops. Super darts.
And the second leg, Northern Ireland.
You can see Mags coming in there with the back-to-back
Third leg
tons.
is Scotland to go first.
Yep, well now both ladies start to find their range.
Yeah. You say puppets in first couple of legs just to get in it.
83.
As I say, Louise has a wealth of international experience behind her.
Yeah.
Frequent traveller of the B.D.O circuit as well, so knows what it takes.
100.
Mags has really found it now.
Which is great.
course, Lou's daughter, Cody, a good dart player as well.
Yeah, she certainly is.
Uh,
And our son,
58.
Gary, is a very good player. Definitely living in the family there.
and then likewise, Mag's partner Andy, an international dart player himself.
100.
Fixtures in this match, as this is the first set. Margaret Coulter taking on Louise Hepburn.
Super darts.
138.
Following this, we have Jennifer Donachie taking on Emily Davidson. Sheila Hamill takes on Susanna McGimpsey. Anna Madigan takes on Chelsea McMahon.
66.
Grace Green takes on Olivia Mukama. And our sixth and final set is the two former youth players, Kaylee O'Neill and Lorraine.
41.
I think that'll be a cracking game.
Yep.
Two young guns going at it. Would have played each other loads of times and won my youths and stuff over the years.
26.
He just needs to be steady here. Yeah. Super darts.
81.
Yeah, excellent. Straight turn when she comes back. Max has to apply some pressure here.
Yeah, not doing it so far.
38.
Well,
Scotland requires 100.
Just click to the dart on the 20 into the treble.
oh,
And of everything that you could have hit in the dartboard, that's the one that you didn't hit.
exactly.
21.
And that.
So we'll be back for 79.
I'll actually take a ton off here. She'd be interested.
25. Scotland requires 79.
Just in case Lewis doesn't get this, 79 now. 76 left now, so we're saying we're 16.
71.
Super darts.
Scotland requires 146.
146 now.
Is Lou a county colleague of yours, Pup?
No,
No.
we used to play counties with her many moons ago. Just asking Niall Heaney what's left.
86.
Super darts.
Scotland requires
Bit of pressure
50.
on Lou here. Oh,
No score.
Getting up for those
Scotland requires 60.
this could be a pivotal moment in the game, Pup.
golden chance for Margaret Coulter. There's the single for the double.
Oh,
Double
still there. Oh,
40.
this has to go.
Scotland
Has to
requires
go.
8.
has to go now for Louise. Double two.
That's unlucky.
6. Scotland requires 20.
For a break of throw. Oh,
15.
under.
Wrong side of the line.
Scotland requires 2.
Has to aim high and not afford to have a single.
And does.
No score.
Even a single one now.
Scotland requires 5.
So Margaret would get another chance. Has to hit the big
The
number.
big number's the key here. That'll do. Yep.
No score. Scotland requires 2.
Plumb in the middle of single one.
No score.
Lou not happy with that dart.
Indeed. I can only apologise for that.
Here's the big one. And the double two.
Scotland
Key break there, Pup, possibly.
Fourth leg of Scotland go first.
Remind you these.
Game on.
Yeah.
On her head, she doesn't know how she's lost that leg.
Mag's thrown for the match. She'll take that.
85.
Great start, very strong start.
Lou has to get that out of her head. Yep. Oh, super darts.
125.
More like it from the Renfrewshire veteran.
Good stuff from Mags.
85.
Steady darts, yep.
Really good.
On throw. One treble visit each time. Will get you down. Oh, unlucky.
26.
26 the hard way.
Thirty.
Lou needs to be all over that.
Treble this time for Max. And
Super darts.
81.
Yep. She knows this is last chance stuff.
The scoring's been okay from Louise, it's just struggling on the doubles.
Especially the high ones, yeah. Struggling to reach the tops. She actually could have been out of sight if she had her doubles early doors.
Need to get her still or
41.
She isn't the biggest player in the field. Mag's in again.
66.
lucky not to leave a finish there.
Yeah.
This one's close enough. Louise has to have the thinking cap.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And does 94. Super last dart from Lou there.
can't follow Louise, she's very good with her very good counter.
Mag just needed to stay straight here and hasn't.
Has to have 20.
15.
Oh, disaster.
Scotland requires 134.
6, it's 4 out from Louise from here.
It's up to Louise now.
Treble 18, she's hit it once.
58.
Keeps her there. Yep. Just 3 at it.
'83.
Bit of pressure on the 76.
76.
Pressure wide.
Oh, she has to go both. Oh,
That's 5 and more, 71, treble 13. No, went to the 17.
22.
chance here for the match.
Northern Ireland requires 82.
First set of this lady's match.
10 leaves her 72.
Double 18s.
I wouldn't think I'd say she'll go 12s. 20s. She went the one route.
17. Scotland requires 54.
Amazing, that has to be said, but now tops again.
Low again, Pop.
That's the closest she's got to it. And that's
34. Northern Ireland requires 65.
counter. 25. That's 3 of them. 12 bill.
Has to be, yep.
Got to be. Can't afford to give Louise any chances.
Here we go.
Bill. It's
There! What a dart! What a dart! Woo.
And a super bill finish from Margaret Coulter. Gives Northern Ireland the first set.
That in the side of the commentary box, Pop?
Next is Northern Ireland's Jennifer Donaghy and Scotland's Emily Davidson.
Scotland, you would think, would they be winning this one, Pop?
You never know. Jennifer, a player who can upset the apple cart. But she is a good player.
Yeah, they would be disappointed, I'm sure. Lou, experienced player, losing the first one with throw.
Indeed. Now Louise will be disappointed. She back into the Scotland squad this year. Yeah, no, scoring was good in fits and spurts. It was the doubles that let her down, especially going for those doubles at the top of the board.
Yeah, very low the first few
taps. But you know, it's in the past now. It's
remember seeing
go
Emily
back.
as a youth player, always a very impressive youth.
Yeah, always was a very good player.
Very heavy scorer.
Always was a matter of time before she would get into the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Played a lot of Scotland youth matches, as I say. Former Winmore World Youth Champion. Beat Zoe Jones, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Second set, first leg, it's Jennifer to throw
I was
first.
expecting more colourful hair.
Game on.
Say this weekend.
It's very subdued here, I have to say.
Expecting a shock of blue or something.
Ah yes, I forgot that Jennifer was a 19s player.
41.
That'll test our apprentice referee.
Yep, certainly will.
How do you think he's doing?
So far so good, yep, very impressed.
42.
Like, he's had a couple of combinations that he's taken his time over, and I did say that to him before he went on. I said, anything that you're not sure of, just take a step back, count it again, and then go for it.
47.
Never ever rush when you're calling, because you're liable to make mistakes then.
Like you at the leg side?
Yeah, exactly.
He's looking very dapper, but
85.
Yep, looking very smart. I did say he'd broken the first rule this morning when he walked in. No one's allowed to look smarter than me.
well, I'm here.
Enough said.
29.
Yep. His brain will be tested in this one.
42.
Em just seems a bit low on her first start. A few times there.
Yep, again,
Blocking the treble, yeah.
just finding the rhythm, finding the range, if you like. That's unlucky.
22.
Going to tell Mark that the scores are the wrong way around. Please.
41.
Let's see, he can check into these 19s. So wait again.
37.
You fancy if Ram can start getting that first start in the treble 20, should do serious damage. Yep.
99.
That's more like it from Emily.
Absolutely.
Now, the scores on your screen, they are the wrong way round, but the scores are correct. They're just the other way round.
67.
So this is Emily on 192.
She's low again, Pop, for that first start.
What a great adjustment.
Super darts.
100.
That's more like it. And now back to the 19s for Jennifer.
Jen really needs to try and get some sort of scoring going here. Could be an early bath.
45. Scotland requires 92.
Oh,
Oh well.
wild one.
That took her by surprise. Oh, that's a great recovery. Double 18.
Ah,
What a great finish that is after that first start.
super darts.
And
Second leg in Scotland to go first.
leaving Jennifer on 213. There we have the scores have been fixed and rectified and sorted.
45.
Jen didn't score like she can at all in that first leg. She really needs to start getting into them treble 19s like she can. That's more like it.
83.
Great last start.
Emily in again, but
100.
surely a super Pop when she gets that first start in the treble 20.
Yeah, she gets the first one and the other two are always there or thereabouts.
Jen really struggling, I have to say. She's a much better player than.
Yeah, she certainly
shown
is.
so far. That low one.
82.
A great last start,
Yeah.
super cover.
She's in control of the game at this point.
And that's the luck Jen's having at the moment. Another bounce out. You can see the consternation in her face, but look at this now.
Yeah.
Oh no, finds the one.
62.
Emily disgusted with those last two. You see
Yeah.
their face.
After everything we just said about if the first start
Yeah.
goes in.
Commentator's curse, I think it's called.
Exactly that.
47.
Well, all round about, but just unlucky to find any big scores there. And with a bit of thinking,
54.
54. On the finish.
Jen Wade again. She's really struggling here.
21.
It's just unlucky.
Scotland requires 158.
Just struggling to find her range.
Do it very quick.
Yeah, she doesn't hang about, does Emily? Likes to get up to the hockey and get the darts thrown.
46.
Well, that's unlucky, but
Still,
Jen needing a taxi here to get to a finish.
you're off duty this weekend, Paul.
Oh, so I'm sorry.
29.
Just spreading them out there. It's
112.
not like Jen at all. Well, the
No,
shots.
And all a bit like Louise in the first one. You know, she's an experienced player. She's played
Yeah.
many times and just hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, it's 88 left.
16s? No. Back to 20s.
29.
Just double checking with the referee there what was left. And now Jen. Now Jen.
There's more.
Now Jen!
171.
That is darts!
Scotland requires 83.
This is a weird game.
Isn't it just? Well, 66 left now for Emily. Single 16. One dart. Bull. No.
38.
95 should be a good
Yep.
throw for a 19 thrower.
Yeah.
95.
Jen's taxi has arrived. She is on the finish. Oh,
And
Jen.
19s.
$81.
That'll do it.
Scotland requires 45.
I'm actually reminded of a match at last year's Celtic Challenge when Jennifer was playing. and myself and whoever it was in the commentary box, I can't for the life of me remember who, but we were talking about it recently. We've been talking about Jen going for 19s, and the thing she should have been going for was 19s, and she went up for 20s.
From Emily.
Yep, I think so.
Either 11s or 14s.
So score, Scotland requires 20.
You kind of thought that this is one that Jennifer could have nicked. They got her right back into the match.
Game shot
Well.
second game, Scotland.
Liam will throw for the match.
Third
Oh,
game,
Jen.
it's Northern Ireland to throw first.
You would sort of expect Emily to see it out from here. Especially with that start.
19.
Yep, has to exert her authority on the leg right from the start. Punish that 19.
The low first
58.
start again in the treble.
Yep.
Just killing her.
Well, you say that, but she's still 2 legs to 0 up.
Absolutely, but in terms of her usual
Yeah.
scoring performance, when she gets that first start in,
79.
she's not chasing for cover.
That starts. Super.
Have to say, I expect to see her. I expect Emily to see out this league.
Well, having said that, Jen back in the treble.
69.
Unlucky for more.
Just in on bed there.
Now then. Now then. Oh, great.
140.
More like it from Davidson.
It's going to be the first 180 of the contest there.
Yep, first one of the Celtic Challenge.
Yep.
Well, as far as the team event goes anyway. Last night we did have the Celtic Challenge singles event.
How'd you go in that pub?
Don't ask, so I'm not going to tell you. But the event was won, the ladies' competition was won by the Welsh lady Chris Savary.
Yes.
And
won by Scotland.
yeah, an all-Scottish final.
Yep.
Bruce Montgomery and Scott Robertson. It was Bruce who came out the winner.
95.
Our lads wanted to go home early.
Scotland requires 160.
That was the only reason.
I had the pleasure of marking one of Bruce's games in the tournament, and he was
44.
out of this world, I have to say. His first leg checked out at 160, missed bull for a 167 in the second leg, and won the third leg relatively quickly and checked out 110 to win the match.
Scotland requires
I played
160.
Jim Williams myself, and Jim was really, really good. I
Yep.
think he could be one to watch this weekend.
Yep, Jim always a threat in any tournament he plays in.
He was superb.
60. Northern Ireland requires 158.
He had to beat me, obviously.
Well,
Scotland requires 56.
so single 16 tops for the set. Another one of those maybe. No, single 16, double 16
Yep.
for
Expect
the
Emily to
match.
hit this.
And she has.
Good shot.
Superb.
And the second set,
I actually
Scotland.
think as you really see she's got that one game over on that stage. I think
Yep.
the next game you really see the like Emily. Forced her way back in.
Referee
Yep.
for the next 2 games is going to be Tony Rimmer.
Tony Rimmer from Wales,
Yep,
refereeing this one.
the Welshman
Recently moved
recently moving over to
to
Northern
these parts,
Ireland,
Yep.
and he will be our official for the next 2 sets.
Northern Ireland, Sheila Hamel. And from Scotland, Susanna McKinsey.
What are you giving the apprentice out of 10 up for his debut?
Do you know what? He done very, very well. His first 2 sets, probably been very nervous. I think he done very well. No counting errors. And yeah,
We'll make a referee out of him, will we?
oh, absolutely.
That will certainly not make a player out of him.
Well, you said it, not me.
Have to say I had a few text messages here on the old phone from the lads on doublefinish.com who are tuning in.
Nice to have you watching, guys.
Yeah. Aki Balboa
And his motley crew.
and his motley crew.
So here we have Sheila Hamill from Northern Ireland and Susanna McJimpsey.
I think Sheila's debut was at the Celtic Challenge last year.
Yep, I think you're right.
She did struggle a little bit, I think, just with the nerves. Hopefully she's put that behind her, and today she'll kick on. But Susanna's a difficult prospect
Ladies
for
and
her to get
gentlemen,
the.
Susanna to throw first. Game on.
She played in the event last night, as I'm sure both these ladies did. Susanna losing to her teammate Louise Hepburn.
26.
Board final, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Well, not the strongest start from Susanna, but
55.
I don't see that lasting.
You kind of think for the like she did the first sort of 9-12 darts are important.
Yeah.
Into the game.
Well, Susanna finding the treble now.
85.
As I say, represents Greater Glasgow County with pride. Is here with her husband Craig, who was supporting from the crowd.
Yep, she looked great last night.
And also here from Greater Glasgow, two of our area organisers, Jim Duncan and Neil Campbell, who are also watching from the crowd, giving Susanna all the support.
41.
Again, a bit like Emily, you would think that Susanna on paper should be the favourite here, Pup.
Yep, absolutely.
Definitely.
Just trying to find her rhythm.
28.
How'd counties last weekend?
No, Scottish Open last
Oh,
weekend.
Scottish Open.
Yeah.
I missed it this year.
Very good tournament.
Did you miss me?
26.
Of course I did. Like a hole in the head. Well, now
One
then,
of the biggest opens that you'll see about the Scottish Open.
absolutely.
Massive tournament.
over 900 entries in the men's competition alone. 130, I think it was, ladies.
Superb.
So yeah, over 1,000 participating.
Superb event. Played in it many times. So
24.
they didn't make it over this year, but we'll definitely be back next year.
As I said, it was an absolute honour to be able to be the master of ceremonies for the event. Having refereed at it for many years, I finally got the promotion. Did a bit of refereeing as well with
Young Jordan.
young Jordan Forbes and Steve Drysdale.
I thought Jordan was coming over this weekend.
He was meant to be. I think work commitments.
Probably watching Spurs.
Probably. I think work commitments has had to stop him from coming over, but
Super young lad, Jordan.
yeah, he is that.
60.
So, Sheila on my favourite number, 174.
40. Scotland require 80.
So, Susanna, 80.
She could tidy this up.
Another one of those. Tops.
Tops it is. Oh,
40.
she'll be back.
Scotland require 134.
I would
134.
expect her to be back.
Well, she will be now. That's an
Yep.
unfortunate first start.
Just slid into the wrong bed there.
28. Scotland require 40.
Tops it is.
It
Tops
is
it
in
is.
the on the first leg to Scotland. Second leg, roll down to throw first.
Tony Rimmer showing his county calling expertise then with the in-one dart call at the end of that leg.
Indeed.
30.
Have to say the Scottish ladies not going to give up their Celtic Challenge title easily, Pup.
Oh, absolutely not. They were absolutely thrilled to win it last year, and as you say, they're not giving it up without a fight.
56.
A few stalwarts gone out of the Scotland team. I noticed Lynn Cowan not picked this year, and Fran Lawson, you know.
That just shows the strength and
Yeah,
depth that's
absolutely.
developing in the ladies' game in Scotland. When you've got players like Lynn Cowan and Frances Lawson who are not being selected in this team, it just goes to show how strong Scottish ladies darts is becoming.
I think people will be surprised when they see the team sheets and the sort of stalwarts of the Scottish ladies game not,
As I say,
not
the
selected.
six ladies playing just now, Louise already played, has played for Scotland many times. Emily established herself in the past couple of years. Susanna, as you rightly pointed out, was out of the squad for a couple of years, but showed fierce tenacity, played some excellent darts at county level to get herself back into the Scotland squad. Next player that's going to be playing for Scotland is Chelsea McMahon, who's a debutant.
Yeah, our Uncle Andy plays his darts in our system.
That's right, Andy, yep, no Andy well.
Yep.
44.
Chelsea, 19 years of age, I believe she is.
Yeah.
She's young,
Often
up and
heard
coming
funny,
talent.
often heard Andy would have said to me over the years about young Chelsea going to be a super player.
Well, the funny story is
100.
the Celtic Challenge singles last year, which is not only for the international players but open to the public as well. Chelsea actually won the event last year
Yes.
and now finds herself in the Scotland squad.
60.
Andy often said he played pairs with her last year at the Welsh Open.
Yep.
That's the first time I had come across Chelsea. But as I say, Andy previously would have said about his niece going to be a top player in
Oh, she
Scotland.
is going to be.
And to to get into a Scotland international team at that age, and as you say, to players like Lynn and Fran not to be back, just shows the progress that she's made.
154 for Susanna. Can't finish now, but she will be back. Olive Biamacama is the 5th player on. Again, has recently established herself in the Scotland squad. Has played at the Lakeside World Championships as well a few years ago. So yeah, another great player.
I was talking to another former Scottish international, Linda Marshall, a few days ago, and she was saying about how she rated Olive as a player.
Olive's a great player. She has the experience of playing, well, plays her county darts. Highland, I believe it is she plays for. But he has also played in the English county system as well.
Okay. Yeah, Linda really rated her.
Yep. Linda, another great Scottish player. No longer throwing the arrows, I don't think, is she?
No, don't think so. No.
Oh, Susanna, what have you done?
Yeah, me and Linda were old friends for many years.
Yep, as you say, former international player for Scotland.
Unlucky.
County player for the Borders. Oh. Why not? Only way to go, double 1, double 19.
A little bit of a steal there. A bit of a steal there. Susanna won't like that, but still has darts.
60.
Well, she'll be wanting to avenge that.
It's a frustrating game. Susanna well on top in terms of the scoring, but on the actual scoreboard,
yeah,
it's level.
7.
Just goes to show that averages do not mean a thing when you're playing darts.
No, Chris Mason was right. You don't rate averages and trophies.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a thing in our game in recent years. Averagitis seems to have, it's not a good game unless it's a certain average.
Yeah,
it's a load of nonsense.
The crazy thing is, you've got, well, I just witnessed Colin Miller waving to the camera there. That just put me off a little bit. I have to be having words with him about that. Yeah, you've got players like Michael Van Gerwen, who holds a world record for a televised average of 123.4. But then you've got guys like me who play inter-county at B team level, and I'm happy with a 65 average.
Absolutely.
It's
but
crazy.
I have to say, when you looked at the quarter-final, men's quarter-final day this year at Lakeside, you will not find a better day's darts on TV this year.
Oh, absolutely.
4 5-4s, captivating stuff. And then you go onto the internet and you hear people reading about averages. It's not about averages, it's about excitement and entertainment.
Oh, look at this.
Superb. Sheila getting into this now. Susanna needs to be careful.
Absolutely.
Susanna just needs to be careful here.
59.
Yeah, a lot of people always quick to jump on the quality and standard of the B.D.O, but as you say, 4 amazing quarter-finals that day.
For me, it was the best day's darts on TV last year.
Yeah. It was exciting, it was captivating.
Absolutely.
Okay, the averages weren't as high as maybe the PDC averages are, but it doesn't take away from how exciting it was.
Into tiebreakers and quarter-finals of the championships. That's darts.
That's
proper darts.
It's keeping backsides on seats. People were sitting wanting to watch because they were that into it.
Of course, you had the pleasure of being up close and personal.
Exactly. I had the pleasure of refereeing for Glenn Durrant and Jim Williams that day. But now then, double 16.
Oh, just wide.
So this has to go. We'll come back to those quarterfinals in a second. This has to go for Susanna. Double 16. Double 8.
There's pressure in this.
Oh dear.
Slid into the wrong bed.
So double 8 for a 2-1 lead and a break. Double 4. Can't get much closer than that. So take 2 at this 48 for Susanna. There's the single.
It's not a bad marker either.
Double.
Yeah.
It's there. Under immense pressure to hold the throw there. Super darts from Susanna.
So popping that Durant Williams game, there must have been serious atmosphere in the Lakeside that day.
Do you know what? It was phenomenal. A great game of darts. It was an absolute privilege to referee for 2 great players. As you know, they're really good friends off the hockey. Yeah. But for that couple of hours, they weren't. They did maybe the occasional fist pump or the occasional word, but apart from that, it was a head-on game. And I know there was a lot of speculation into the future of Glenn Durrant's darts.
I think Glenn put too much. He put that pressure on himself in
Yeah,
some ways.
absolutely.
Well,
Well,
the brightest idea.
I think that's why he was, I think, four sets to 1 down.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were maybe thinking, well, his decision's been made.
Yeah.
And before you knew it, it was 4 each. Glenn was playing well again. And I think he.
I reeled off something like 8-9 legs in a row. That
something
nobody,
like that, yeah.
Michael Van Gerwen, nobody would have touched him. He was like 108, 109 average for those.
He did.
Few legs. He was just on fire.
Up the game to the game we know that Glenn can play, and eventually came out as the winner.
Bit of pressure on yourself, refereeing that sort of game.
Not really. Well, don't get me wrong. Every game that you referee has pressure involved, but I think the pressure that you're maybe meaning wasn't an issue for me.
Right.
Because I trust both players I consider them friends of mine as well, and I know they would play the game the way the game was meant to be played, as I'm sure near enough all of the players would.
Absolutely. Steady score from Zana here, puts her in control. That'll do.
Yep, steady 60.
Yep.
82 points in
Really
front.
need a treble visit here.
Gets one. That'll do.
Oh.
Oh dear.
74.
So, well, that takes the 1 off, so that could be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it has to go at some stage.
So,
She
150.
really needs to score here.
Yep, has to put in a big score here.
55.
Not enough.
Scotland require 150.
Hello.
3 bulls, surely.
It's not me that's playing pup.
100.
She'll take
Steady
that
stuff.
every day, yeah.
144.
But this could go, you know. 2 treble 20s. Oh, just finds the 1. Very unlucky.
37. Scotland require 50.
So, 10 or 18. 18 it is. Oh no, it's a 4. So, single 6, single 14, double 16 for the match.
80. Scotland require 107.
It's a must hit, you would think.
Yeah, has to go. Susanna's hit that double 16 before in this match, so she knows where she's aiming, she knows what she's doing. 86 now.
No, not going to do it.
Treble
Now.
20.
57.
That's
Up
one
to
that,
Susanna
Scotland
now.
require 32.
I would have went 20s that last start, but that's one of the ones that catches the players out. 68 with 1 dart in your hand. Oh, another one of those.
16.
Unlucky.
Scotland require 50.
So, 18 or 10.
Me, you'd be going ball pup.
Oh, double 19 again. Sheila has already hit this in this match.
Doesn't this
Can't
time.
hit it again.
Big 3.
Big 3. Nope, bust.
No score. Scotland require 16.
So, double 8 for a 3-1 victory in this 3rd set to put Scotland 2 sets to 1 up. She's already hit double 8 once in this leg. And hits it again.
And the match to Scotland.
Susanna McGimpsey records a 3-1 win that sees Scotland take a 2-1 lead coming from behind. They were 1-0 down. They now lead 2-1.
Still a teenager.
She is, yeah.
Would you please welcome from Northern Ireland and America,
And what-
and from Scotland, Chelsea McGrath.
But she needs to. Anna's a very slow thrower. Again, making her debut, but a very slow, deliberate thrower. So Chelsea needs not to put off her rhythm here.
I think Chelsea's that young that nothing will really bother her, to be honest. She'll just go up there and throw her darts. If she wins, she wins. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
It just could be a factor.
Yeah, it could
Anna's
be.
very meticulous when she comes to the board. You'll see it here when she gets going. So it's just another little factor for young Chelsea to have to deal with.
Yep.
And even the way the match is poised, it's a pressure game for her. Anna actually from Newry.
Oh, local player.
Yeah, a local.
Oh, say something about her throw. When she throws them, they sure stick in, don't they?
Yeah, they're well through. Chelsea a lefty. Yeah, Anna, there's a singles league here in Uri that it's a mixed league, men and women. Anna recently won the top outshot prize with a 170.
It's just showing off.
Consternation of people like Martin Carville, good steady scores on the circuit.
Yep, I know Martin Carville, he's a very, very good player.
Yeah, from this neck of the woods. And off with the treble 18. You take that one, Pup, every time.
Absolutely.
75.
It's that deliberate action I was telling you about, Pup.
60.
Just got a message there from Rab in Scotland, shouting on the Scottish ladies. Not sure what particular part of the kingdom he's from, but he sent me a message there to give him a shout out, so hello to Rab.
Yes, hello. Chelsea plays her County Darts for Fife.
It's unlucky here from Anna to bounce out.
One of a few Fife players we have that have played for Scotland in recent times. Big Colin Miller that you can see in the background there, he is a Fife player as well.
Jackie Wilson's okay.
Yep. John Thomas Wilson from Kirkcaldy in Fife.
Famous black and yellow of Fife. They still wear the black and yellow shirts?
Yes, they certainly do, yes.
Excellent.
And Cliff Murray, our team manager, also a Fifey.
That's right, Cliff's a Fife man.
45.
You've been around the Scotland squad, Pup. What's their expectations for this weekend?
Expectation is they defend their titles. Simple as that, really.
Under the captaincy of...
Well, Scotland's lady captain is a non-playing captain, Moira Murray.
Yep. Long standing.
Yes, has been in that role for a very long time. And our men's captain is the man of Angus, Alan Suter.
Yep. Talking to Suits last night, super work he does with the academy there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's hard working, full-time fireman, day job, and donates a lot of his free time.
Super darts from Young Chelsea.
Darts. Yep, donates a lot of his free time to running the Angus Darts Academy.
Star. I've known Suits for years. The academy's just
phenomenal.
Hugely impressive. Anna coming back here.
One of a trio of Angus players that are taking part in the men's competition alongside Ewan Callender and Ian Jolly, who are also heavily involved in the youth academy, I believe.
Is this a debut for Ian? Is this Ian's debut?
Yep, Ian Jolly making his debut.
Yeah.
Long awaited debut, a great player. So 113 here for Anna. Well, still on, 95 left.
Treble 19.
Treble for double. Wrong double, no, wrong treble. 86 left, treble 18.
47.
Oh, just go over there then.
74.
So
14, should imagine.
Yep, treble 14 has to be for the youngster. Single 20. Oh, just pulls it into the one. Oh dear.
Oh.
72.
Well, she would not have wanted that.
66.
Leaves a double, but it's the dreaded madhouse. Yep.
Been there a few times, Pup.
Absolutely. I think you live there.
Oh, Anna. Can't miss big numbers like that. A little bit of pressure on Young Chelsea to hit the...
29.
Yep.
Scotland required 2.
Has to aim high with the first dart. Can't afford to go inside. And doesn't. Great dart.
Or she could just put it right in the middle of it.
Why not? Early break of throw for Chelsea McMahon.
That'll settle her down lovely. Oh, she looks very nervous, Pup.
Second leg. Scotland throw first. Game on.
Maybe just having a slight issue with the computer there, but all resolved, and we carry on with this second leg.
50p's back in the meter.
Exactly that. Received a message from a young man again in Scotland, Mr. James Ward, who's watching on with interest. young Jamie runs a exhibition the Thursday night before the Scottish Open every year. We have our friends from Iceland over, yes. In the Burns House, yes.
Yes, that's an alehouse I frequented.
Yes.
On many occasions.
85.
We had a challenge match this year. Only a couple of the Iceland boys were over on the Thursday, so we had a team pup against Team Psycho.
Oh, who was the Psycho?
Jamie Ward, that's his nickname.
Oh, lovely.
So we had 10 singles, 5 doubles. Delighted to say that
41.
my team were 6-4 up after the singles, thanks to wins from Ross Montgomery over N.I.D.O and myself over Jamie Ward to make it 6-4, and we ended up losing 8-7.
Jamie must have been struggling.
39.
Jamie actually played well, so
Double trouble.
take of that what you will.
Double trouble, I would say.
Ye of little faith. Yep, Jamie's watching. I'm sure his other half Lindsay will be watching as well. Lindsay, another fantastic player in the Scottish ladies system. Another former World Youth Champion.
Indeed.
And
no doubt would want to be back in around this sort of arena in the future.
well, I think they'll be coming over for the Open in November.
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw Lindsay had on Facebook that she had her accommodation booked early.
Yep, and I think if she continues playing the way she is, we could possibly see her at next year's Celtic Challenge.
Yeah.
As I say, a very,
Again,
very
phenomenal
able
youth
player. Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Lindsay McDonald.
24.
Yeah, the old hoof. It's always a place I made sure I made an appearance at the Scottish Open.
Oh, absolutely.
121.
Super large from Chelsea. Remember old Shuggy Wuggy on a Sunday night in the hoof?
Well, Shuggy Wuggy now does the Saturday night at the Normandy after
Oh.
the Scottish Open.
Superb.
Got me up to do a bit of a guest DJ slot the past couple of years. That is great shooting from Anna. Now
Does
then,
he still have his magic kilt?
he does, but look at this. Look at this. Oh, I was going to say, Anna, the 170 hitter.
81.
Could have had a 170 against her there.
She would take a ton here to put a bit of pressure on
Oh,
Chelsea.
absolutely.
She really needs a big treble. Not happening.
47. Scotland require 89.
So, bull or treble 14 now. Goes to treble 14, tops.
Super.
49.
Oh, looked in,
Unlucky,
just
yeah.
a little shadow there.
More angle, yeah. Looked in.
Very
I have
unlucky.
to say, she hasn't been phased at all, Pup.
No, playing just without nerves, it seems. Just
That's us young ones.
absolutely taking it in her stride.
41.
So,
Scotland require 40.
to hold throw, consolidate the break, and move 2-0 in front. Again, looked in. Double 10 now.
30.
Unlucky.
Your line require 129.
You would kind of think she'll be back. Yeah, will be. Have to say, Pup, in this performance, you'd have to say that the selectors have got it right.
43.
Absolutely, yes.
Scotland require 10.
This young girl could be a fixture in your team for many, many years.
Yes, she could be.
Yep.
It's there.
To Scotland.
Great hold of throw for McMahon.
Third leg. Scotland for first.
All the pressure on Anna here to put in a solid leg, hold her throw, and then at least put some pressure back on Chelsea. Message from Ben Watts, the moderator on Double Finish. Enjoying the chat, lads. This is proper darts. So it is, Ben.
60.
Really steady from young Chelsea. I've been impressed by her, Pup.
Yep, I'm very, very impressed.
60.
We've been talking about the strength and depth of Scottish ladies darts. Another young lady has got in touch. Another Fife player, in fact, Steph Gilmore.
Oh, Steph's an old friend of mine.
Absolutely cracking
Yeah,
player as well.
good
And
singer.
oh, what a singer.
What a singer.
Absolutely.
Is she on the phone? Yeah.
Yep, just got a wee message off her there. She's watching.
Hello, Steph. Lurk
So,
says hello.
Yep, a big hello to Steph.
26.
Had many's a good weekend away with Steph back in the day.
Oh yeah, great company.
And we're at the Granite City with her one year. Or literally taking the house down with their singing.
Honestly, absolutely magnificent. If you ever find yourself in and around the Kingdom of Fife at the weekend, just have a look for the local pubs and clubs and see where Steph is performing and get yourself down and be amazed. Multi-talented, great at darts, and what a voice.
Another one with interesting hairdos over the years.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Never conventional, our Steph. Just kind of feel that Chelsea just needs to see this out.
Yep. As
Tank,
amassed nearly a 200-point lead here. It is against the throw, so has to leave herself something nice.
And she will.
Yep. Treble 19. That's great darts.
She'll take that. She'll take that.
Anna needs a 180. Nothing else will suffice. Needs a 180 to leave a finish. Cannot leave a finish now.
60.
Only 60. So, plenty of time now for Chelsea.
18 to start, you think?
Yep, 20.
20 in the big one.
And top. Oh, well. I was calling that 20 and it hadn't even gone in.
28.
And I know her here. She needs one of your taxis, pup.
Yes, I don't think Glasgow Private Hire will come over all the way to Newry for a taxi run, but you never know.
Unlike your taxi, it hasn't turned up.
Double 10 then for a comprehensive debut victory.
Superb.
That was impressive.
Absolutely. Have to say, we were a bit worried. We were thinking, young player debut, how's it going to go? She's got the nerves of steel.
Absolutely took it in her stride. That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
From Northern Ireland, Grace Kane. And from Scotland, Ireland,
Again,
and your next referee, Jackie Rooney.
you would think for us that Grace would be one of our banker players. You know, hugely experienced team.
Oh, she is that.
You know, played in, I think she's played in more World Cups than any other player from Northern Ireland, man or woman.
What's the word I'm looking for? Methodical?
Methodical, yeah.
Here comes our third referee, John Norrie, the man of Scotland, now residing in Northern Ireland.
That's odd. We have a Scotchman living here and a Welshman living here, and they're both refereeing this weekend.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Lorraine Brandon, the Northern Ireland women's team manager, on the stage stocking up the drinks.
Hope she doesn't think she's getting a game.
Oh. Olive played at Lakeside 2 years ago.
Yeah, she certainly did. Lovely, lovely lady is Olive. Had the pleasure of being in her company a couple of times.
Again, she's going to have to get used to Grace's pace. Have to say, I've played Grace a few times myself, and at times it's a difficult enough.
I think the only
Apart
thing,
from her scoring.
the only thing that maybe lets Olive down a little bit is her counting.
Yeah. So noticed that. Strange flights, pup.
Aye, absolutely. I can't recall ever seeing flights like that before.
They are a strange set of equipment. Grace with the standards.
Another one of Chelsea's Fife teammates there coming in to say congratulations to Chelsea. Young Erin McNeil, another fantastic lady dart player from Scotland.
You could have a 12 woman team next year.
At least.
Here's Olive giving it a lash.
John Roddy, our third match referee, starting us off.
In his wedding suit.
That's what he said to me either this morning or last night. He was asked, do you have a suit? He said, yes, I do have a suit, but I haven't worn it since my daughter's wedding.
I'd say the wedding or court.
83.
In some ways, for the good of the game, I would like to see Grace win this to get us into a nail biter in the last of the two young guns.
Absolutely.
Having a go.
I think that'll be a great game.
85.
Hello, Olive has different ideas, I think.
Yeah, Olive started like a train here. This is great. But again, Grace hasn't started that slowly either. 83 first and back in the treble again.
See that?
Yeah, 2 points separating these
If you're
two
going to
players
beat
in the early
Grace,
going.
you're going to have to beat her. You know,
Yeah,
so
oh
you're going to
yes.
get nothing easy off her. They really are a strange set of flights, Pup, I have to say.
They may be strange, but hey, if they're working, go for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Grace Crane, I think she's been using the same
Set of darts for.
well, the same set of darts, but the same
Set of flights.
the same design of flights for the past 74 years.
Yeah, exactly. Olive could do with a wee treble here, just a. No.
Well, only 45.
Grace has the darts, you would think. Stole.
Well, she will if she puts in a good score here.
Yeah. Big shout out to Andrew Kemp. He's just messaged me. He's a toilet cleaner from North Wales who's watching in from his work, some hotel somewhere.
100.
It's unlucky. Bad counting too, Pup.
That's
Downstairs.
case in point, as I said
Yeah,
earlier.
absolutely.
It's the one thing that really lets her down in her game. I think if she just worked on her counting a little bit, she'd be so much better. She already is really good.
To come through the qualifier for Lakeside, you have to be a good player. That day where
That
the
takes
international
something.
qualifiers, players from all over the world, you haven't to battle it out, and Olive came through it, so you're going to,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
that's unlucky.
proof of how good a player you are if you can come through that.
65.
And players that have done it time after time, guys like Paul Hogan, who comes through the qualifiers more often than not, to be fair.
Davy Richardson in the past.
The face, yes,
Yeah.
of course. Bobby George, he was
Yeah.
king of the qualifiers for a while as well.
Yeah. I've been at them a few times myself. It's a difficult day.
I've played in it once,
Yeah.
the Lakeside qualifiers. I had the pleasure of playing in it, I think 3, maybe 4 years ago. And it's weird, even though knowing deep down inside I'm never going to qualify.
You're there.
It's nerve-wracking.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And playing over like the set format, it's so different.
We had young Chris Gilliland, of course, come through
Yep, young Chris.
the qualifiers this year.
Chris Harris, the Welshman, he came
Yep.
through as well.
He was very nervous in his first game
Yeah.
on the stage this year. Young Chris, or Chris Gilliland would tell you he didn't play the darts he could play, but it's all a learning course.
Yeah. I mean, just going through the three teams, we've had guys come through the Lakeside playoffs from all 3 countries. Chris Gilliland's one, Chris Harris is another,
Suits just come through the
Alan
three
Suter, Ross Montgomery in his first appearance came through the international qualifiers.
teams. Didn't know that.
Yep, back in 2006 I think it was.
Suits has probably come through them twice, has he?
Yes, he has. Yeah. Well, there's the 4 just about tops.
Oh,
2 10s, good switch. No, nearly.
Grace really
So-
needs to tidy this up here.
Grace has been given a chance here. Has to make sure of the big number.
Absolutely.
Worry about that first, then worry about the double later.
Yep.
Well, gets the big number, so just about her height, double 2.
No.
Back up we
Back
go.
up.
Could she use that first
Yeah.
one as a marker? Just
Any
rest on
harm?
top of
Yep.
it.
Oh,
Oh, she's unlucky.
didn't reach. Over to you, Olive.
And now,
This could be a key moment, not just in this game, but actually in the match.
absolutely. Because if Olive does win this set, Scotland will have an unassailable lead. Well, it's, oh dear. It is unassailable in a sense at the moment. They cannot be beaten, but they need that fourth set just to make sure. And now another chance that she maybe wasn't expecting for Grace. Once again, single one.
Yep.
Double
Hard job
two.
done.
Yes.
Now the easy bit. And we go.
I think I'm right in saying Grace Crane has very nearly come through the international qualifiers at Lakeside before. I think she's maybe fallen 1 or 2 games short.
And previously to that, Denise Cassidy, another really good lady.
Oh yes, of course.
Denise would have fell short by 1 game, and if it was on the new format, she would have been in. It was when you only had 8 ladies in the finals.
Of course, up to
Denise back playing darts again. Won our most recent N.I.D.O competition, so we'll be back at the Lakeside qualifiers next year.
Yeah, it's great to see. Great to see Denise back playing.
Yeah, superb player. So, Pop, how do we pronounce Olive's surname?
60.
I am under the impression it is pronounced Biamukama.
Biamukama.
However, I could be wrong. Oh, Grace Crane back in the treble again.
Yep.
Can we have our first 180 of this competition? No, nearly.
Drop low.
140.
Booming 140 from.
That.
Yeah, definitely. The booming shout of 140 from our match referee,
85.
John Roddy.
The apprentice would have loved to have a 180 in his first.
Oh yes. I will say one thing though. If any of the 3 of these guys call a 9-darter at any point over the next 2 days, I'm going home.
Have you had to do one?
No.
Chris Mason had that problem as a commentator.
45.
Every time he went out of the box, there was nearly 1 hit.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. British internationals in Bradford last year before.
Yeah.
Of course,
100.
Paul Hogan hit the magical 9-dart finish against the Scotland captain Alan Suter, and it was refereed by young Charlie Corstefan,
Yes.
our English
Charlie,
outside
lovely
referee.
lad, lovely lad.
I missed it. I was out the room. I was outside talking to someone, heard the roar, ran back in, was told there was a 9-dart finish, and nearly burst into tears.
You don't get out enough.
60.
Pop's phone is literally bouncing off the table here with messages coming in from all over the world, I presume.
Absolutely.
Any from our Dutch friends yet?
Nothing from the Dutch yet.
They haven't got up, probably.
No.
Heavy night in Holland last night.
Plenty more from Scotland as well. A couple of teammates of Louise Hepburn's in Renfrewshire.
I've just been texted.
June and Robert McCallum watching well.
Believe it or not, I've just been texted that Olive is throwing Harrow's V-wing flights. And, so thank you for that, Ben Watts.
Thank you, Ben. A man in the know, that's what we like to see.
And there they're working.
140.
Working to a T. On cue.
120.
So Shanghai from Grace.
What a lovely finish this would be to go 2-0 up in the set.
Be important. But you'll not be rushed.
No, never is. Never will be. I had the pleasure of Grace's company at the Scottish Open last weekend. Sitting having a
60.
Lemonade.
well, no, a quiet rest and just talking about the weekend gone by. About 11:30 in the Sunday night, just finished dinner, and the door opened.
Here we go, 71.
Oh,
Ooh.
unlucky.
51.
Yeah, the door opened to the hotel, and in walked Grace Crane and Jennifer Donachie, having just returned from the aforementioned Burns House.
Oh, lovely. I remember being in it last year on, and we were dancing on the tables.
Yeah, that's common practice in there, I think.
Yeah. Oh, super darts.
Great dart.
Now Olive needs to put a leg in here, hold her throat, put the pressure back in Grace.
And yes, third leg, Scotland have the darts.
Have the Scottish ladies a sub with them this year, or are they just...
Yes, they do. In fact,
55.
the 7th player is Amanda Cox, another debutant this year. plays her county darts for Lothian, I believe.
And would you expect a change for the second game?
I don't know how the selectors are going to think about this, to be honest. Obviously, I think they want to give Amanda a game, but the question is, who do they leave out if they do? Because
60.
obviously they can't drop any of the winning players because they have all played very well. Olive's played well. Louise Hepburn scored very well. Just was unlucky with her doubles.
Yeah.
So
that's why we were sat here, not over there.
60.
That's an Alec Ferguson job. Just strain a bit here.
unlucky for some.
Olive in control of this leg, and S. Grace can come up with something here. .140 would be perfect from here just to get her back in it, but no. She lost her line a bit in this leg. She's not like her.
Firing on all cylinders for the first two legs, and just maybe taking her foot off the gas a little bit.
I think maybe the job was done.
But here is Olive. She's at a lead of 100 plus these. Make that a lead of 200.
Grace just went off the boil, Pop.
Yep, she has, just a little bit. She'll get herself back in the treble, but
Olive plenty in hand, you would think, here to see this one over the line. Then it's up to Grace to throw and hold to win the match.
Well, it's safe to say Grace needing snookers at this point.
Yep.
45.
Grace seems to have got her line right. Just the weight a bit off.
60. Strong requires 141.
At least 6 from here for Olive. Just stay straight.
Yeah, how good would it be to get back in the match with a 1-4-1 checkout? Can't do it now though.
It's just one big treble.
59.
Well, back for 82. Grace needs a ton here at least.
Absolutely. Minimum requirement.
Yep.
Minimum requirement.
Just to put a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
And for all those that have just joined us, this is the 2018 Celtic Challenge, coming to you live from Bellini's in Newry.
45.
Myself, Anthony Dundas, alongside Mark McLernan, providing a little bit of insight and commentary
There we go.
into this.
Again, strange way to go, but
Oh, Olive's miscounted.
tried it again. Pop, exactly what you said at the very start of the match.
76.
Yep, 6 left when she comes back.
You called that?
Yep.
Called that at the very start of the game? And she's only realised. Yeah. I need to buy her an abacus.
As I say, this venue we're in, Bellini's in Newry, a darting history to it. Has been the host of the Northern Ireland Open for the last few years.
Scotland requires 6.
Great venue though, isn't it?
Previous to that, we had it in Newcastle one year.
Yep, Newcastle County Down, yep.
And I remember an incident that time. There was a load of Dutch players who had entered the tournament.
All flew to Newcastle in England.
Walked out of the airport in Newcastle, England, and asked to go to the Slave Donard Hotel, and some Geordie taxi driver no doubt looked at them strangely.
Yep. Now here's a chance.
Suffice to say they were scrubbed.
I would say so.
Oh.
That is 38 left. I had to think about that there. Double 19.
71.
What are you doing?
Scotland requires 6.
Not a good advertisement for the education system. Some of the counting.
Boldly, Norman has done.
Yeah, it's definitely you to throw, Grace.
It's you, Grace.
Yep, still you.
Still you.
Come on, Grace. Get with the programme.
I have to say, the singles last night would, if it gives you any indication to the tournament, the Scottish men must be feeling good about themselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, when you had some of the, if you like, the lesser known Scottish players ended up dominating the tournament.
As I say, Bruce Montgomery in that match I marked was absolutely outstanding. I think I was already in bed by the time the final was played, but by all accounts it was a very good final.
Oh, I was there last night.
At the tournament, that is. Just received a message from a very nervous young lady in the north of Scotland by the name of Christine Hyde, sister of Lorraine, who will be playing shortly.
140.
Super darts from Grace there. Superb.
All I can say is, Christine, don't worry, I'm sure she'll do just fine.
125.
Oh, now you're talking, the fireworks flying now.
Messages in from Nathan McCabe, Simon McCaber, and Alan Dicey Riley.
That's a trio.
100.
Yep.
Yep, good turn again from Grace. Has a lead of 85, but has the darts in this, so a treble here from Olive will square things up at 191.
40.
Not that treble though.
Wrong one.
So 191 for Grace Crane.
Seems to be straight here, pup.
Yep, playing very well, I have to say.
And we go into a decider.
60.
So she is first to the finish. So the shout of "Come on, Olive" from the unmistakable voice of Susanna McGimpsey up the back of the room supporting. Needs a treble. Doesn't get a treble, so 6 darts from here for Grace Crane. 131, treble 20 should be our first target. And
Yep.
it is, so options here, 17s or 13s.
13s, I would think. No, 17s, I think she's going.
Oh, just having a wee think to herself. Yep, 71 left, Grace.
Grace not noted for a count neither, it has to be said.
Oh, so unlucky. So single 14 for tops when she comes back. And she will be back because Olive on 176 needs to pressurise.
Two young ladies down the back biting their nails now, pup.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That is a great last start. And the pressure applied, will Grace feel it? 3 darts in her hand at tops.
I fancy her here, pup, for this.
Well,
Olive not even looking at the board. Yep, game over.
that's why. A shrug of the shoulders from Olive.
And we're going to the wire.
We are going to the 6th and final set.
Throwers.
From next few players, from Northern Ireland, Julie O'Neill, and from Scotland, Lorraine Hyde.
Sort of for different reasons. Lorraine to get the win, Kelly to get the draw.
Yeah. Both of these girls will not want to let their teams down.
Absolutely. Big pressure.
Well,
Who's Lorraine throw her county darts for?
Lorraine plays for Ayrshire.
Oh.
Was a Grampian player. She is from the Grampian area. From Inverurie, up near Aberdeen.
With the two young ladies making their way to the stage.
Made the transition to Ayrshire a few years ago, playing alongside her then partner Cameron Menzies.
Oh yeah.
A notable absentee from this Scotland squad this year is Cammy, who made the jump to
PDC.
the PDC, tried his hand at Q School, was unfortunately unsuccessful in attaining a tour card, but
And then forgot to enter the UK Open qualifiers.
yeah, that was just
That's
that
Cammy.
was silly.
That's just Cammy.
Yeah,
And I'm sure he's listening. So, Cam,
Yep, Cammy.
Wish you were here.
He
You would be.
He was meant to play in the UK Open qualifiers. Said I'll do my entries tomorrow. Went to do his entries the next day, and they had closed the day before.
We certainly miss his presence.
Indeed.
It's unique.
As I say, one of a few absences from the squad. Craig Quinn not here either. Another man who made an attempt at Q School. Both guys, fantastic players, just trying to improve their experience in the world of darts.
63.
Good last one
Good
from
last
Kelly.
start. Lorraine Hyde, as I say, former World Youth Champion, played with the Scotland Youth team for a long
Many
time.
years, yep.
Had the pleasure of playing alongside Lorraine for the Scotland Youth Friendship Trophy squad.
Friendship Cup, yep, that's right.
2 years of that.
100.
Competition no longer on the calendar.
I miss it, I really do.
Yeah, it was a good event. I think
But-
the last time it was hosted, we actually hosted it.
Yeah. My first Youth Friendship Trophy was actually in Northern Ireland,
Yeah.
Limavady.
That's right.
Played Limavady my first year, Derby my second year. And then got told I was too old and had to stop.
59.
If you were from England, you could have still played.
Well, probably.
Well, they were fond of a ringer.
I tell you, there's some great players.
Few 28-year-old youths.
Yeah.
In the England team.
I have to say, there's been some great players that's played in that competition over the years.
It's a pity it's gone.
Yeah. Like, in the Scotland team,
42.
Cameron Menzies played in it. Scott Campbell, who's playing here this weekend's played in it. I've played in it. Lorraine Hyde's played in it.
Yeah.
Emily Davidson played in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, she would have.
100.
Then the Northern Ireland team, Darryl Gurney played in it.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure Ricky Dunlop played in it at
He
one
did,
point.
yes. Yeah. It's good to see Ricky back on the international stage this weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Break of 10 years.
Definitely.
Bronze medal winner in the 2003 World Cup alongside Darryl Gurney, Roy Montgomery and Davy Glenn, who's also playing this weekend.
Yeah.
45.
Great to see Ricky back.
I had the pleasure of playing against Ricky Dunlop at one of my first Scottish Opens, and he absolutely wiped the floor with me.
Oh, he's a superb player.
Oh, tremendous. But we're down to the nitty gritty in this leg.
Yep.
Lorraine has 155. Can't do it now.
Keely just needs a nice, clean takeout here.
60. Not on the first 54.
Single 14. Tops. 2 10s.
Good
Yes.
dart. Superb. Keely will be delighted at that.
66. $45.
Well,
Some of the messages we're receiving on the phones we're not reading out.
exactly.
Has to be said. Keely back in it.
This is really, really good.
Yeah, superb.
100.
Message from Shane Lennon. He wants my autograph. Apparently. Probably to forge a check.
That'll bounce.
60.
Steady stuff again from Kaylee O'Neill. Oh, now then.
100. $43.
Score from Lorraine here puts her in charge.
As I say, Lorraine, who she does play her county darts for Ayrshire now, but she is a Grampian girl.
Not hold that against her, pup.
I know. Guys like Bruce Montgomery,
56.
Scott Robertson, Scott Campbell as well, from that part of the world as well. Emily Davidson's a Grampian player also.
45.
And where's the Greater Glasgow sitting on the table at the minute then, pup?
Mid-table, I would say, I'd have to say. You know, round about the 3rd, 4th mark.
100.
And how's the B team going?
59.
We haven't lost a game all season, I have to say.
Very good.
We've drawn most of them, but we haven't lost.
And how's the pup going?
I've played 4-1-2. So I'm
Take
winning games again.
You take that.
89.
John Roddy taking a bit of advice I gave him, just taking his extra couple of seconds to make sure he was going to call that correctly, which he has done.
41.
Oh,
Scotland requires 40.
Shriek of "Come on, Lorena" again from Susanna. One of the most vocal
yeah.
players in terms of support.
You could probably hear Susanna in Glasgow.
Probably.
Oh,
how close can you
big
get?
chance for Keely here.
So,
Chance for Keely O'Neill.
for a break of throw and a 2-0 lead.
Big 16.
Double four.
Double four. Scratch of the head. Straight back in.
Back in she goes for double four.
Oh,
So unlucky.
72.
that could have been decisive there, pup.
Scotland requires 20.
I've just been reliably informed Greater Glasgow are 4th in the table, behind Renfrewshire. Thanks for that, Jamie. Oh, burst. Wrong bed. Get the jail for that in some countries.
Yeah, it's a peril of life. Not that I would know.
That, however, is the right bed. And a 2-0 lead now for Keely O'Neill.
Double one counts the same as the rest of them, pup.
Absolutely.
Chalk on the board. Keely thrown for the match. I'd say the Welsh ladies. They would think.
Mate, the Welsh ladies will watch this. If it finishes a draw, the Welsh ladies know. Yeah.
60.
If the Welsh ladies can put in a good result against Scotland later on today,
They'd be in pole position.
they would be in pole position.
81.
Whereas Scotland, having drawn this, would need a result against the Welsh and then hope.
Just shows you the importance of this.
Yeah.
Actually, just this set of cards.
Yeah.
41.
So
the
many.
whole competition could actually almost be decided on these two players.
So many patterns and permutations that could happen. Yeah.
Scotland's fate.
As I say, Northern Ireland definite favourites to close out a draw here.
22.
Dinky Do 22.
Message from Jimmy Elliott of the 007 county team. I'm on the Muppets.
95.
Well,
Glad to see you have a computer, Jimmy, that works. So anybody wants messages, send them to me or Pup.
40.
we will try our very best to have them read out, but make sure they're clean.
Or we'll
This
clean
is
them up.
this is a family show after all.
We'll clean them up.
41.
So
26.
only 26, so a
Both of them
glimmer,
struggling a wee bit this leg, Pup.
a glimmer of opportunity here now for Lorraine.
I think they're going to be a bit disappointed.
Yeah.
You know,
Far better player than she's shown.
Nobody will have to tell Lorraine that she hasn't turned up the way that she can. But also a bit of added pressure, I think, if you're in the Scotland ladies team and you have a sub sitting there.
Yeah.
100.
It's a different dynamic as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good pressure or not.
I would be.
I've
We
both-
don't take a sub
Yeah.
in our games, you know. So
We've had this conversation before, whether or not it's a good thing that usually it's 13 men and the 7 ladies,
Yeah.
but only 12 men for the Scotland team this year because Craig Quinn did drop out at such short notice. They didn't replace him.
132.
That is great, great darts. Has to go. Needs a treble.
still a chance.
Has to hit it.
Still a chance.
No.
No.
Now needs just to apply pressure and hope.
48.
She'll keep her fingers crossed as Keely O'Neill goes for tops for a 3-0 win to tie the match at 3 each.
Yep. Game shot the match. Keely O'Neill, superb. Northern Ireland will be delighted to get a point out of that from being 3-1 down. Young Keely O'Neill taking it home. Superb performance from Keely there.